Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day. Welcome to today's daily antidote of song brought to you by Carpe Diem Arts. We're delighted to be here with you singing for yet another day of consecutive amazing singing. So glad to see so many folks popping in here from all over the place. So we're going to get started by saying hello to folks and then we will get to some singing, which is why we are all here today. And so let's see, I'm going to say hi to Doug and Darcy Orr, our song leaders for the day, coming in from North Carolina. Thanks so much for being here, Doug and Darcy. We are so glad to sing with you again. This is their second time here. Hi to Aaron, coming in from New York City, running our tech today. Hello to Arlene, coming in from Berkeley, California. David and Elsie, coming in from Oakland, California. Deli in Maryland, Caroline in DC. Marlene, maybe new to us today, maybe not. Glad you're with us today. Hoda in British Columbia. Sheila in North Florida. Susan in Cincinnati, Ohio. Julie in Ontario. Pauline in Newcastle, UK, potentially with a Phil or a William somewhere in the background. Cricket in Maryland. Linda in Concord, Mass. Annette in California. Nancy's Cow in Washington State. Sue in Seattle, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Bonnie in Boise, Lola in British Columbia, Linda on Orcas Island, Storm in Mass, Sarah in Texas, Kevin Ennis coming in from New Hampshire. Glad to have you with us today, Kevin. Jamie in Victoria, Carolyn in Boise, Idaho, who is not only holding up my cue card that says 1,000, no, 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. Okay, really? What? Okay, it's not really, yeah. 1,442 days of consecutive singing here in the Daily Antidote of Song. And today is also Carolyn's 1,442nd birthday. No, okay, wait. It's Carolyn's birthday today. Everybody please give it up for Carolyn. We'll do some celebrating afterwards. Please stick for that little birthday shindig. Somebody who has a statue of somebody, very glad to see that. Thank you very much for putting that there. Ann in Silver Spring, Maryland. Jim, maybe with Greta in the background. Glad you guys are here. Mommy coming in from New Jersey. Glad you're here, Mom. Bob, Mabel, and the Bears in Massachusetts. Gary and Christy somewhere on the road. Louise coming in from Devon, UK. Glad to see you. Elizabeth in California. Kat in Vermont. Antonina coming in from Santa Cruz, California. Amanda and Miles coming in from Michigan. Nice to see both of you smiling. And let's see, Clive and Ruth coming in from Birmingham, UK, in the same space. Glad to see you guys together. Everybody, let's take a big deep breath. And again, a happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there on the live stream. That's folks coming in from YouTube and folks coming in from Facebook Live. And again, a happy birthday also to Carolyn in our room. And I'm going to turn the floor over to Doug and Darcy Orr. They're coming in from North Carolina. They've been with us once before, and they had some good Irish material for today. So I'm super excited to be singing and doing other things with them, which we'll see shortly. Doug and Darcy, can we start by singing your song? And if you want, you can teach the chorus, run it through once so people get a chance to hear it. I think a lot of folks know it already. So maybe just sing it through once before we start.
Thank you, Joe. And thank you, Aaron. Today must be special for you, Aaron. Aaron in Ireland. And happy springtime, everyone. St. Patrick's Day has always been special to me as a time of revitalization because it's almost concurrent with the beginning of springtime and the greening up of the world and the many places on the planet that you're coming in from. We're going to share with you a song you're probably familiar with, Wild Mountain Thyme, sometimes entitled Will Ye Go, Lassie, Go. It is both Scottish and Irish, and that's not unusual in terms of Irish and Scottish poetry and song. The melody comes from Scotland. A song written by Robert Tannahill, a famous poet and writer from Scotland, entitled The Braes of Balwhidder, Braes being hills in Scotland and Balwhidder being a part of the northern Perthshire area of Scotland, while the lyrics come from Northern Ireland, from the McPeak family. So consequently, Wild Mountain Thyme from Scotland and Ireland. The chorus that we'll start with singing, but just to repeat it, is and we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
Look at yourself. There you go.
We didn't need to rehearse this because we performed it yesterday twice in concert in the afternoon and evening. Here's the chorus. And we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower near yon cool crystal fountain, and round it I will pound all the wildflowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she'll not come, then I'll surely find no other to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, one more time? And we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
Whoa, great
Thank
singing.
you so
Great
much.
singing.
Great
Beautiful, Doug and Darcy. Thank you so much. That's so much fun. So those of us in the room who are affiliated with any of the Revels organizations around the nation are familiar with that song. Can we see some Reveler hands here in the room? I certainly was a 10 years Reveler, and Aaron also revels in DC. And I think lots of other folks in here, Arlene, I think revels in California. And so thank you so much for bringing that. It kind of really does make it feel like St. Patrick's Day. Can you either tell us a little bit more about that song, or if you'd like, go ahead and roll out the other plan that you have for us?
Well, we gave it a bit of an intro that it's Scottish and Irish, and has really become an anthem all over the country. It has a little bit of a bit of a flaw in the botanical aspects of it, and that is, oh, the summertime is coming and the trees are sweetly blooming, and going on to pick wild mountain thyme all among the blooming heather. Well, the heather doesn't bloom in Scotland and Ireland until September, not in the advent of summer, but that's nitpicking. And it's a love song, of course, and I think reflects the beautiful poetry and song of Scotland and Ireland. It's often said that the landscape of Ireland is song in poetry. And consequently, we'd like to share with you just a couple of short poems that kind of reflect that. And Darcy, you want to start with Wind Harp?
Yes, I'll read a poem by Irish poet John Montague. and it's called Wind Harp. The sounds of Ireland, that restless whispering you never get away from, seeping out of the low bushes and grass, the heather bells and fern, wrinkling bog pools, scraping tree branches, light hunting cloud, sound hounding sight, a hand ceaselessly combing and stroking the landscape till the valley gleams like the pile upon a mountain pony's coat.
And
Wind harp.
from William O'Shaughnessy, Irish poet, 1873, The Music Makers. And so appropriate, I think, because all of you are music makers. So this describes all of our efforts to keep on the wings of song. We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams, wandering by lone sea breakers and sitting by desolate streams, world losers and world forsakers upon whom the pale moon gleams. Yet we are the movers and shakers of the world forever, it seems. And from Irish poet Brendan Kennedy, all songs are living ghosts and long for a living voice. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you so much. Those were completely beautiful. And yeah, I think sometimes we should probably read a poem in here every day. It's a really, just to take it down and reflect. I mean, the songs a lot of times are poems in themselves, but I don't know, there's something about the spoken word in the middle of all of our singing. Instead of just in here yammering and discussing, we could just switch to reading a poem because it's just so full. And so thank you so much for bringing that to us. That was really lovely.
And yesterday, Joey, in performing, it was advertised as Irish music and poems, and we did two William Butler Yeats poems that were put to music as an example of how the poetry and the music just is interwoven.
Beautiful. That's really beautiful. So we've definitely sung some poems in this space over the years, most recently Crossing the Bar, which is one of my favorite poems and is beautifully set to music by Ronnie Arbo. I would like to shout out Elise Witt, who introduced you guys to us, and who is a regular host and song leader in this room, and who has a really great program coming up in Ossabaw, I'm not sure how to say it, Ossabaw. So Aaron will throw the link in there. I think they have one space left in the program. So if anybody's interested in singing for a while with our dear friend Elise, please check that out. I want to just shout out again that it is Carolyn in Boise, Idaho's birthday today. And Carolyn is actually a volunteer in the Daily Antidote who actually keeps track of everyone's birthday in the room. That's our artists and our everyone's and everything else. So Carolyn, we're going to sing a quick little happy birthday to you. And I'm going to ask everybody who has cards to hold up the cards, please. And Aaron, you're up. Thank you so much.
All right. Hi, Carolyn. Happy birthday. I'm lucky enough to have a backup singer with me today, so you'll get a little bit of live harmony. All right, here we go. There's a hand. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carolyn. Happy birthday to you. We love you so much, Carolyn. Thank you so much for everything that you do here. And thanks for just being your beautiful, sunshiny self every single day. We love you.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Aaron and backup crew. So guys, if you can all put your signs up one more time, we're going to take a quick screenshot and then we're going to, everybody say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Carolyn. Beautiful. A great celebration for the birthday maven. All right. We're going to now ask Doug and Darcy, would you guys like to say anything else? Do you have anything else you want to share about what's going on in your world or the world? Or St. Patrick's Day notes or anything else before we sing with you again?
I might mention that the Swannanoa Gathering Music Camp is at Warren Wilson College every summer. near Asheville. We founded it back in 1992. And one of the favorite instructors there is Elise Witt. She is joining us to teach vocalizing and song. She was with us last year. I sat in on some of her classes. There are theme weeks, including a Celtic week, in which the music of Ireland, Scotland, Wales is celebrated. There's an Appalachian Old Time Week, Guitar Week, Banjo Week, Fiddle Week, you name it. If any of you want any more information about it, it is just a musical haven here in the mountains, starting in late June through the end of July. And as I say, Elise Witt will be with us. We can have a catalog sent to you. Just let me know.
Thank you so much, Doug and Darcy. And of course, we'll get the Swan and Noah link into the chat and the comments too. So really appreciate that and hope I'll be able to join you there at some point. How about a little more Wild Mountain Thyme? And if you've got it in you, I think we should just sing the whole thing again.
Okay.
Never get tired of Wild Mountain Thyme. And we'll all go together to pick Wild Mountain Thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick Wild Mountain Thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower near yon cool crystal fountain, and round it I will pile all the wildflowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick Wild Mountain Thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she'll not come, then I'll surely find no other to pick Wild Mountain Thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick Wild Mountain Thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, one more time? And we'll all go together to pick Wild Mountain Thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
Oh, what fun.
What fun indeed. Hey, everybody, can you all please show Doug and Darcy what fun we all just had?
Back at ya.
Back at you.
Thank you so much, Doug and Darcy, for taking us on a really lovely St. Patrick's Day trip here today. I want to thank you so much for joining us here again in the Daily Antidote of Song. We love having you, love being able to share music and poetry today, and hope that we'll get to sing again with you very soon. Can you all please help me wave the live stream out of the room? Bye, live stream. Thanks so much for joining us today. And we're going to invite everybody here to stick around. And of course, anybody on the live stream who wants to come in and join us for Carolyn's birthday party, you can go to the Daily Antidote of Song website on Carpe Diem and just click join us in the virtual space, virtual room, and you'll find us in here partying. If in fact it is 12:25 ET where you are. And otherwise, we hope to see you again another time here in the Daily Antidote. Let's say goodbye to all the folks in the room, but anybody who can stick, please do. So Carolyn in Boise, Idaho, whose birthday it is today, already going to guess she's sticking. Erin, thank you so much for doing tech from New York City. Arlene in California. Sue in Seattle. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Susan in Cincinnati. Bonnie in Boise. Linda on Orcas Island. Sheila in North Florida. Pauline in Newcastle, UK with William and a crazy birthday hat. I love it. Hoda in British Columbia, David and Elsie in Oakland, Bob, Mabel, and the Bears in Mass, Lola in British Columbia with a happy birthday sign, Caroline in DC, Annette in California, Amanda and Miles in Michigan, Dawn and the curly tops, that looks like Leanna and Willard over there, Jamie in Victoria, Linda in Concord, Martha in Oregon, Storm in Mass, Marlene, thank you for joining us today. And if you're new, please stick. I'd love to say hi to you. Julie in Ontario, Nancy in Washington State, Cricket in Maryland, Louise in Devon, UK, Kat in Vermont, Delhi in Maryland, iPhone with a statue, Anne in Silver Spring, Jim and maybe Greta in Maryland, Kevin in New Hampshire, Mom in New Jersey, Elizabeth in California, Antonino in California, Lynn in Connecticut, Jane in Texas, in Texas. Okay, I love that. Jane in Maryland, and Gary in Massachusetts. Thanks again, gang, for being here. Help me wave the live stream out, and hope you'll stick for the party. Lots of love. See y'all tomorrow.